Welcome, everyone, to Meditation Minyan. I'm Rabbi Hannah Leslie Glazer of Congregation Adarim, and we're glad to have everyone who is with us, either joining us live on our Zoom or watching the recording afterwards. We are glad you're here. So tomorrow night and Thursday, we enter into the Jewish month of Nisan, which is also the month where Passover happens. Basically, once we get to Rosh Chodesh Nisan, it's the 2-week countdown to Passover. So I think those of you who've been with us for a while know that I like to do some spiritual work around Passover, that it's a very important time for the Jewish mystics, that they chose to do some spiritual work. So I'm going to be bringing us into today is some preparatory work for Passover. So one of the things that we talk about with Passover is the idea, of course, we clean out our kitchens, those who do that cleaning. Not everybody does, but those who do. We clean out our kitchens and we get rid of all the chametz. And there has been a discussion around the Neo-Kabbalists and the Neo-Hasidic movement to think about this as in spiritual terms. So to think about cleaning out what needs to be cleaned out in advance of Passover spiritually. So the chametz is likened unto aspects of ego that we don't want to hang on to. There are many different aspects of ego that one might wish to surrender. And so one can think about that. And that's where I'm going to be leading us today, is to be thinking about what might those aspects of spiritual chametz be that we might be ready to surrender and give up for Passover and perhaps afterwards. So that's our meditation today. So I'll invite you to get comfortable in your seat. Find a good, relaxing spot for your arms and your hands, either palms up or palms down. Just breathing easily. Feel the seat underneath you, supporting you. Just know you can relax into that seat. No place to go right now, just being here, being present. We can relax into that reality, not thinking about what's coming next or what came before. Being right here in this seat, in this moment. You just want to look for some easy breathing. And with each breath that comes out, there might be another little part of you that gets to relax. Shoulders down from the ears. the jaw unclenched. Toes and feet flat on the floor and relaxed. And we're just going to follow the breath. As it comes into the body and out of the body. Giving us all the nutrients that we need from the air. Nourishing and strengthening the body with each breath. So it is from that place of gentleness, of ease, of softness. You may wish to start considering what might be the spiritual hummets that we may consider to release and surrender over the course of Passover this year. At this point, we're not doing anything about it. We're just looking at it, thinking about it, seeing what resonates for you. Just like we make plans to clean our kitchens before Passover, we can also make a plan for our spiritual cleaning and refinement. And we want to make sure that when ideas come up, that we greet those ideas with kindness and with gentleness. If there is something that no longer serves us, sometimes it's easy to form more emotionality around it. Some will call that shame, guilt, or both. I find it's easiest to just frame it as something that no longer serves. Maybe you've got more than one thing. That's okay too. Generally, I like to try to start with one. Something we could consider being able to put aside for the week of Passover, one day at a time. Sometimes I like to look at those patterns or ideas that no longer serve me as like a kid's bike that I've grown out of, something that I have some memories with, maybe even some fondness for, but no longer fits who I am today. Oftentimes, a lot of our spiritual chametz can come from childhood, so I like the idea of using children's items. And again, not doing anything about it really at this point. We're just looking at it, and noticing what arises as we consider it. Just continue to breathe. As you consider this pattern, this idea, how does it serve? How did it serve? How does it no longer serve? Just like if one were looking at a kid's bicycle, you could think those thoughts too. We're going to continue this exploration. We've got about 6 minutes left. Come get you in 6 more minutes. All right, it's time to start coming back into the room. When you're ready, gently talk about those things that came up, and um, and anything else that came up during the meditation. If you're watching this recording and you want to talk about what happened for you in the meditation, just reach out. And yeah, wish you a good, happy run up to Passover, and we'll be together again next week. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.